Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? How are you? How you doing? What's going on? How was your weekend? How is your week going? For me, I am still mourning. My name is Nicole Celine. I'm sorry, I should introduce myself. My name is Nicole Celine. I am the host of Black Girl Joy. That is my podcast. I come on Facebook every Tuesday and Friday. Excuse me. To do our affirmations. Today's affirmations are really interesting. Many of you know I lost my brother February 1st, and we're going into March, and, the change of life, right? Excuse me. The change of life and change of just everything. Hey, Nick, good morning, is very different for me. And so I'm doing it differently. A lot of people grieve, and they grieve differently, and that's okay. I was blessed that my super came and basically almost emptied out my brother's room. There's two pieces of furniture that I'm keeping, but everything else is gone. All his clothes and stuff. My girlfriends who are my village are gonna come over and help me to sort that out, so that I can bless others. I don't want to take it to Goodwill. I don't want to take it anywhere that they're gonna sell it. I want to be able to bless people, and that's what I'm about. Blessed to be a blessing, right? That's what life is about, or it should be. So I'm not trying to take it to any place where they can sell it. So what I'm doing is looking for families, especially those who've, the migrants. I know we're all, well, not me, but some people are very angry about them being here and all that, and I get it. Don't think that I don't. I do. But if they want to work and they need clothes, because most times I'm sure they didn't truck over with a whole bunch of luggage, right? So just trying to be a blessing to some people. That's what Black Girl Joy is all about, being a blessing. So today's affirmations are on do you believe, right? Because I've been faced with a few things, and I'm in a place, like I said, that I am having to trust God for real. Like, I don't know how many people have been in this position, but I've always trusted him in certain areas of my life. And now I'm giving him this particular area of my life, and now I'm all in, right? I am completely sold out, all in. And so, yeah. So I'm going to do our affirmations first, and then I'm going to tell you what's going on with Black Girl Joy, because now I'm able to release it. My publisher said that I could. So today's affirmations truly are on do you believe? And you're going to have to ask that question, right? Do you believe that God can and will protect you, keep you safe, financially bless you? Do you believe that you're going to be okay? Do you believe that God can heal you? If he says yes. Do you believe that God can? Right? I should have put that in the caption, but the affirmation is really about, do you believe that you can be successful, right? So these are the ones today. I usually have them on my iPad, but I had to write them. Forgive my scribble, right? Nobody needs to read this, but so these are the ones that I have to ask myself, or these are the ones that I say to myself. Let's start here. Anything is possible once we believe and never relinquish hope. Never give up on hope. Hope springs eternal, right? I know the Bible says hope springs eternal. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I haven't even eaten yet. I don't even know why. But anyway, the Bible talks about hope springs eternal. So hold on to the hope of your success, right? Your attitude determines your altitude. And all that means to me is, Nick, what's your attitude like? Like, are you complaining all the time? Are you murmuring all the time? You know, because that's not going to help you in order for you to grow, right? It just isn't. It's not going to be beneficial for you. So be mindful of your complaining. Be mindful of your murmuring, right? Because it can hinder you from growing. So that's what that says to me. That's why I wrote it. I am worthy of success. I told someone recently that I was nervous about being successful because I want to make sure that my character coincides with my success. I want to make sure that I stay above reproach as I grow in my success. I want to make sure that I stay honorable to God, especially, right? And so staying humble. So always being mindful of my success and those around me, right? And making sure to give back, because we can begin to hoard. When you haven't had, let me just say this, when you haven't had financial blessings or anything for a long time, sometimes the response, depending on the person, is to hoard it, not wanting to let it go because you're afraid you may not get it again. But that's not going to bring you success. You have to stay with an open hand, knowing that God will always replenish it, knowing that it will come back when you least expect it. So stay teachable, stay open. The next one I wrote, okay, so this is believe in you because, one, your voice is important. Your voice matters, right? Our voices matter. Voting matters. You know, if you are out there when it's time, make sure you vote. You go out there and make a difference, right? I know it may not seem like it. I know. Trust me, there are days that I'm like, what's the purpose in voting? But do it. Your voice matters. Speak up, right? I'm going to say this. It is dangerous nowadays to speak up for if you see something happening. Yesterday, I was on the bus. This is a side note. I was on a New York City bus. And it just so happens that someone the bus had already veered off. If you have ever been to New York, once the bus driver is off from where he's supposed to park, I guess not park, but just station himself to open the doors so that we can get on, it's really illegal for them, especially because it becomes dangerous for the customers to get onto the bus, right? Because now he's in the middle lane trying to go, forward, and someone stood in front. And when I say in front, like me standing in front of this camera, directly in front of it, like with a camera, like he was videotaping the bus driver. And it's like, you are in the wrong. And I had to call the cops and all this just to get the gentleman to move. I even took a picture of him. I'm like, why? So that's my, whole thing. So your voice matters, and your voice is important, because right then and there, I was able to help. I put myself in harm's way. I know this, but I was able to help the bus driver, and I was asking him, do you want me to call dispatch? Because I know the number, because in New York City, it's funny, but you gotta know all these numbers, especially for the trains, the buses, the taxis, because people be wilding. I don't know. People be peopling, and some of their peopling is just crazy. 2, your dreams matter. I'm going to share with you one of my dreams, so you'll see it. Hi, Narita. I'm going to share one of my dreams with you, so that way you'll see it. It's coming in a minute. And there's only one you. There's only one of me. Eclectic, off the chain. There's only one of me. Good morning, Narita. Good morning, sweetie pie. So there's only one of me. You may get another cray one, but there's only one of me. And because believe in your dreams, because you're worth it. Now, I say that because I've said this to people a lot of times, especially my friends. And they're like, Nick, thanks for this or that, or vice versa. And I say, of course, you're worth it. My friends are worth it. My village is worth it for me to go out of my way to do for them, because I acknowledge how much they mean to me, right? So I want you to acknowledge how much your dreams mean to you, and to, face them, do them, and continue to walk forward in them. So we're going to read them really quickly. I'm going to go over them really quickly, because this is, like I said, these are my notes, because I always give you my affirmations, and usually that's where I'm at. So, anything is possible once we believe and never relinquish hope. Your attitude determines your altitude. You are worthy of success. Believe in you because 1, your voice is important. 2, your dreams matter. 3, there's only one of you. And 4, because you're worth it. Know that you are worth it. And now I'm going to share my dream with you, right? This is one of my many dreams, all right? And many of you know I have a cookbook out there, because I'm also a pastry chef by trade. But I don't know how many of you love to color. I've told you, and I've said it before, I struggle with depression. I actually, yesterday when I went for therapy, I heard this tick, 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 tick in the next door next to my therapist's office. And she basically said that that's where they do shock treatment for depression. Hi, cousin. So she was basically talking about where they do shock treatment for depression. I've always struggled with depression. And something, I'm not going to say, I'm not claiming it, but it is something that I've always struggled with. Most people don't know that. I never told anyone. I never said anything. And that's a whole nother story. We need to go into that another time. But I've always struggled with depression. And so I've chosen, many moons ago, I chose to see a therapist. It was the worst thing ever at that time, because she gave me a medication that made it even worse for me. That it made me suicidal. And I just got off the drug and never took it again. And never addressed it. I just decided in my own way that I was going to deal with my depression. And sometimes it rears its ugly head. For me, depression has an odor. I'm very sensitive with my nose. And so everything for me with my nose is, you're either an odor or a fragrance, just like God. So when I smell the smell of sulfur, not a good sign for me. And I'm very much aware of that. So I pay attention. And because I pay attention, I make sure, like, when I'm in that place, I go outside. I don't sit in my house. I get dressed. I don't care. It doesn't matter if I look like I'm cray-cray. My hair may be well, when I had short hair, it was no big deal. But now, even now, my hair may look like, hey, she didn't even comb her hair. Not like you can comb your locks. But, I just go outside and I get some fresh air. I look at people. I sit at the park. If it's warm, I'll sit in the park. If it's not, I'll walk around. I'll say hello to my neighbors. I'll do anything that I need to do to distract me, and to bring me back into who I am. I start reading scriptures. I start talking to God, the whole 9, just to bring me back into who I am and to remind me who I am, because I am the child of the King. So, but it doesn't mean that I escape these issues. It just means that it's what it is, right? But that's a whole nother lesson for another day. So this is one of my dreams. And one of my dreams, what I do when I am sometimes in that place or in a funk, I start to color. Coloring, not from Sex and the City. Coloring helps me to relax. And it also helps my brain waves. Many of you know I had brain surgery 9 years ago for Chiari-1 malformation. I am a zipperhead, as we are called. Yes. However, even before my decompression, coloring would help for me to deal with the pain. I mean, I still deal with the pain. I'm on certain medications to help it be reduced, but coloring really helps. And so I developed... Yes. So I developed, Dana, I was just going to call you, mamas, and tell you have a blessed day for your first day back at work. So I developed, between Janet Hicks and I created a coloring book. It is a affirmation journal and coloring book, right? And I've posted pages of it. This is it right here. So this is it. It's coming out March 16th. so you'll be able to purchase it off of Amazon. But this is my beautiful coloring book. Oh my goodness, I love it, I love it, I love it. I designed all the work, right? I did all the work. My Jana Hicks Publishing, she changed it around for me and kind of situated it better for me. I love this publishing company. Let me just put it that way. I get excited, but that's a whole, I love this publishing company. So this is their second book. This is my second book with them. And so it says, so this is Black Girl Joy's Embrace the Journey, Affirmation Journal and Coloring Book, right? So you go in, I'm going to show you some of the pages. This is it. And all right, so this is one of them that I colored. I didn't design the pictures. I bought the pictures, so next time I will design them. But this is one of them. I started coloring it, right? So this is one of them, right? I'm not going to show them all. This is the other one I finished. This one is love. And the affirmation with it goes, I am grateful for the gifts in my life. And I'm not going to cry because my little brother got to see this, before he moved on. So it says, I am blessed, I am confident, and it goes on. So each chapter has a beautiful woman, right? This one has peace, and then it's this is the girl, right? Looks like me. And so I'm very proud of this coloring book. There will be more to come. We are in a place of developing another one that I want to do. And this is the other one. Yes, it's mostly words and women because I did this for us, right? I did this for us. And I did this for us. And this is a labor of love when I tell you, because while my brother was sick, I was sitting in the hospital when we were in the hospital. And then I was sitting in hospice finishing this. And so I was hoping that he would get to see it in its finished product before he passed on. And he did. And he was very proud of me, as he always is. And I'm looking to be on the bestsellers list. So I'm going to say it out here. I am determined to sell 10,000 books. Yeah, I'm determined to do that. And so I know my followers will help me with this. I know my family, whoever chooses to, and my friends. So I am looking to put this on the bestsellers list for affirmation and coloring book, because there isn't one. I did my research before I came on here. There are coloring books that are just called coloring books, and they have affirmations in them. But to call it that, to be that, it's totally different. And there's more to come with Black Girl Joy. I can't share that right now, but I will say I thank Jana Hicks Publishing for being a blessing to my life and to helping me to bring out my dream, because I wanted to bring out this dream. God gave me this. Let me just make this very clear. I wasn't sitting here. I love coloring, like I said, I do. And I love affirmations because it has helped me in my almost 54 years to get through a lot of hard times in my life when most people didn't understand me. And so I needed it, right? So I'm very thankful of my book. So yeah, it'll be available March 16th through Amazon. I will let you guys know as we get closer to it. I just wanted to put it out there. And thank you guys again for just your love and just your love. That's it. I don't have any other words. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your patience with me today. At the end of the day, I miss my brother very much. Yeah, I do. And so I thank you again. My name is Nicole Celine. I am the host of Black Girl Joy. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And peace and blessings. Have a blessed Tuesday. Bye, guys.